are live and ready to go. Good morning. My name is Toby. I'm 40 years old and I train to live an active, self-sufficient, and adventurous life. And if that's something you're interested in, then maybe we can have this conversation and continue this conversation together. It is 6:07 a.m. and we're about to embark on a about 20-minute kettlebell workout together. Like I just said, my name is Toby. I'm 40 years old and I train to live an active, self-sufficient and adventurous life. I do that by minding my sleep, trying to get between 7 and 9 hours of sleep. Tonight was a good night, 7.5 hours. I try to eat well within my energy balance, and I try to eat about 120 to 150 grams of protein every day. And I try to do most strength training, conditioning training, and mobility training throughout the week, usually with kettlebells. And today we're going to do a mix of strength and conditioning training. This is about the way I feel, not about the way I look. I want to feel fit, competent, and capable for life. And I think everyone has personal fitness goals probably and personal health goals. And each individual personal fitness or health goals is incredibly valid. We need to do the things that work for us because health and fitness is incredibly personal. The things that I've learned are that being consistent over time, doing something that I enjoy over time, and minding the basics, which are sleep, food, and exercise in that order, probably help me get and stay in shape and also be as consistent as I have been this year. Now, that being said, whether your goal is to lose weight, gain weight, maintain weight, get stronger, get bigger, be able to run 40 kilometers for a big sports event, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, just remember that you need to do what works for you. And for me, that is kettlebells and early morning workouts because of the way my life is constructed at the moment with 2 kids, work, and other pursuits and interests that I have and other responsibilities and commitments that I have in life. Remember, we're good just the way we are. We've got to love ourselves before we can move on. And I think we often forget that it's the person we are today who's going to get us to where we want to be tomorrow. So we're a bit hard on ourselves sometimes when maybe out of the week we're not consistent for one day, or we don't hit our target steps or target workout for one day. But remember, over the course of a week, a month, a year, missing one day or having an off day or an off week doesn't really matter as long as generally 90-95% of the time we're actually able to do the things that we need to do to stay healthy and fit. That being said, the only way to get things done is by showing up and doing the work. So we're going to start with a warm-up and then we're going to move on with the workout. We're going to warm up really easy. We're just going to pick up a light kettlebell. We're just going to start swinging it left hand to the right hand about 10 times. Let's just see where we are, how we feel with the kettlebell in hand. And I think we're feeling quite good, which is a good thing. All right. Oops. Okay. So my right shoulder is going to require some attention and mindfulness. And just feel by the way the kettlebell moves, the way I'm moving. But that's completely fine. All right. 2. See how we're deadlifting. And as you can see, I'm doing all of this with just a very light weight. And that is completely fine. We're going to do some one-handed rows to see. All right. I'm just doing some presses. And remember, this is all just warming up, minding the technique, minding how we're standing and how we're moving. It seems everything is working all right. So let's put that into a little flow. We do a deadlift, row, clean, press, and squat. Back down, deadlift, row, clean, press, squat, back down, deadlift, row, press, squat, back down, deadlift, row, clean, press, squat, deadlift, row, press, squat, back down. And now we're going to do some hand-to-hand swings. So we're going to just get that kettlebell off the floor. We're going to do some hand swings. And we're going to do that again, but I think we're pretty well warmed up and good to go. We're going to move on to some heavier weights in a moment for swings and cleans. So, I slept well. A good night. It's Monday morning. Ready to go for the week, the last week before Christmas week. Man, things are going fast. Huh? So what about you? What do you look back on for 2024 that you think you're happy with, proud of, in your goals for your general health and fitness? So this year I'd set myself a goal to show up every morning and do the work. And I think generally, barring injuries, disease. I showed up probably around 310 out of 365 days. So I believe I can be quite proud and happy about that achievement. All right, we're going to do some swings and then some cleans with this one. Also, having shown up every day for most of the year, I'm quite happy with the progress I've made. My general health and fitness. I've learned more about kettlebell. I'm officially a kettlebell trainer. I completed an incredibly good course on personal training. So I'm also a personal trainer and health coach. 2 weeks intense course. Learned about hard style, soft style kettlebelling. So, all in all, this has been quite the year. And I'm quite proud of that. I think that it has brought me quite a lot. And I think that was proven when we went on holidays to the mountains with our 2 kids. And I ended up hiking, 10 to 14 kilometers through the mountains every day with either the oldest one, who was 18 kilos at the time, or the youngest one, who was 12 kilos at the time, strapped to my back, or worst case, carrying one in my arms and the other in the backpack, the carrier backpack. So just seeing that having a general sense of health and fitness that is quite functional pay off that way was a good moment for me as a man and as a father and as someone who likes to make videos about health and fitness online. So You just keep that in mind. If you're on some sort of a health or fitness journey, that being consistent, doing the work, whatever it is going to pay off. And it's going to pay off well for you in the short and in the long run. People sometimes ask me, well, why are you doing this? Well, I can explain. We're getting older. We're getting older, but we're not staying healthier, meaning that we might be living longer, but this means that towards the end of our life, we're not as healthy as we could be. And because we're not as healthy as we could be, we have a very different experience of old age that maybe we need to have. Now, everyone should live life the way they want to live it. Don't get me wrong, but there's some simple things we can do to make sure that we stay healthier, longer, self-sufficient, longer, or less prone to injury, less prone to getting hurt, and therefore can make more of life as we get older. YouTube punk, my friend, it's good to see you. Hope you're doing all right. And thank you again for dropping by. And my tape is giving me a hard time this morning for no good reason. So that's one of the reasons that I am so vested in showing up every day and doing the work. 1, 2, because that's a very me-centered approach, right? 2, I need energy and strength to keep up with family life, specifically my kids. I need the mobility to follow them around the playground. I don't know if you've ever been to one of these huge indoor playgrounds with kids, but believe me, it is too easy to be unable to follow them around, and they will just go up and into the dangerous areas on their own once they're inside. So it's my mission to make sure that I can keep up with them. But not only that, they're into sports. I want them to enjoy sports just the way I've enjoyed sports throughout my life. And I think setting a good example is important. And they know their dad exercises daily. They know their mom runs because she enjoys doing that. So they see sports as being a normal part of our lives, and exercise is a normal part of our lives. So setting an example of what they could do and how they could live their life, which I think is part of being a parent in general anyway. Also, I have work, I have a career, I have demands that sometimes create stress. And we just need to remember that being healthy, well-rested, having a solid workout routine actually is going to help us. It's actually going to help us deal with the stresses of work very nicely. And stresses of life. Most importantly, by the way, sleeping. Just is an absolutely underrated superpower. And there are a lot of things vying for our time when it comes to sleep. But believe me when I say that you are not going to do yourself any bigger favor than figuring out a better, more solid sleep schedule. Because once we start sleeping, a lot of other things start falling into place. It's easier to eat better, to mind what we're eating. It's easier to focus throughout the day, deliver on work. It's easier to make decisions because our brain's functioning better. Probably, if you've been sleep deprived for a while, it might take a week, it might even take you a month to get back into a healthy rhythm of sleeping. But sleeping in and of itself is something that is going to deliver for you something quite amazing. And then there's food and eating, right? Go up from a good 7 hours. Just woke up from a good 7 hours. Dude, that's a good night of sleep. I'm happy for you. Also, I checked out your friend's channel. He seems like a nice guy. A good story. So thanks for sharing. I appreciate that. I'll be watching some of his videos during my commute to get some ideas and inspiration. Now, for all of you who are watching, this is the final set, by the way. That's it, friends. Kettlebell this morning. For those of you watching, my name's Toby. I'm 40 years old. I train to live an active, self-sufficient, and adventurous life. And I do that by minding my sleep, minding what I eat, throwing up to do strength training, conditioning training, and mobility training, spending time with people I love and care about, doing things that I enjoy, and generally trying to live a stress-free life. So if those are things you're interested in, go ahead, check out my channel and subscribe. I always like to say this is not about the way I look, it's about the way I feel. I'm not interested in publishing videos or photos on a perfect light that I touched up. This is what it is. This is the body, this is mind. This is who I am, and that's what we have to keep in shape and keep fit for whatever life throws at us. Remember, we're good just the way we are. We've got to love ourselves before we can move on, and the only way to get anything done is by showing up and doing the work. YouTube punk, thanks for showing up, and we know you've had a good night of sleep. It's important, I always say, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy to hear that, and I'm very happy you're getting good sleep, and hopefully everything else in life is going well as well. For everyone else, check out my channel, go ahead and subscribe, watch some videos, let's see if we can get that subscriber count to 1,000 and the watch time up to 3,000, which if everyone would watch my follow along Kettlebell for Beginners that goes from 10 minutes up to 20 minutes at least one time through, and maybe exercise along, we'd be there in a week. So you all take care. Justin, thanks for dropping by. Hi, how are you doing? I hope you're doing all right. I am just done, so I was about to clear up and go home. I appreciate you dropping by, and I hope you're doing well where you are in the world. Remember, friends, the only way to get anything done is by showing up and doing the work. So I will see you all tomorrow for another stream. 6.2 miles. Very good. Good for you, Justin. Very nice. Indeed. Well done. Bye. The only way to get anything done, friends, is by showing up and doing the work. So I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.